Hello Pisces, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your mid-July tarot forecast, and your theme for mid-July is the Lovers. This is a spiritual connection. It could be a romantic connection, love. This can represent self-love, masculine and feminine, the balance within, and a possible Gemini influence. Excuse me. So let's see how this applies to your reading for this month. But before I spread the cards, if you could please hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it a lot. You don't have to subscribe to anyone else, but you can to me if you want. Anyways, what does Pisces need to know for mid-July? Please and thank you. New perspective, new opportunity, lots of wisdom. So are you gonna be, oh my gosh. All right, so. The result is you're going to take a big risk in something. It might be walking away. I feel like, so you have a lot of wisdom. I'm getting an old soul energy and a connection to the divine goddess. Potential Taurus connection with a female Taurus in the past. Kind of like mom energy for some reason. What is your relationship with spirituality? Because I feel like there's a lot related to your relationship with your mom, or whoever was your maternal figure growing up, assuming you had one. I feel like at this moment you have a new perspective and you're trying to look at something in a new frame of mind, but I feel like you're up against more than what you bargained for, because I think that there's something that's going to go wrong. And I think you might take a risk based on fear. Now, there's it's important, I think, to take risks in life. However, it's really important what the energy is when you take this risk. So if you are in a state of, happiness, joy, and you're taking a risk and it's exciting and it makes you feel alive and you just want to jump up and down, yes, that's good energy to go into a risk because you're going to expand that energy when you take the risk. However, I feel like there's some sort of brazen decision you're going to make you're not even going to think about it and you're going to do it, and it's going to be based off of fear, like, I have to do this because of this or this or this. And it's going to reset everything, but I'm going to pull some clarifying cards in a moment, but it may not reset things in the way that you want. The thing is, you have to be smart about money. You have to be smart about work. I wouldn't be argumentative with, some of you might be argumentative with your boss, specifically if it's a male boss or masculine boss, about money or a raise or a job. I feel like you might give them a bit of attitude. Oh yeah, a bit of lip. And I think that might mean that you might be sacked or something like, or there's going to be some sort of reset and a restart. And it's not in itself necessarily a bad thing, but it's like, is that how you want things to go down? Because you're smarter than that, like way smarter than that. Yeah. You are going to have to start with a new opportunity, I think, because of this. Okay, so what does Pisces need to know for mid-July? Clarification cards, please. Oh, okay. You know what? I think you may, if this relates to your boss, I think you may not really like your boss. I think you think that they're too intense. And I think that you feel like you deserve more of a promotion, or you would be better suited being your own boss. I'm not going to lie, the way that you're going to go about this, I feel like you're going to, it's like you have the wisdom and the emotional intelligence to make the right decisions. I think it actually might be like, you just reach a breaking point, and so you're like, you know what, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, I'm going to share my thoughts, and you know what, I'm going to say it to this person who is, higher status. And so it could be, honestly, it could be work, it could be a family member who's older, something like that, someone who's higher status in some way, more experience, at least in minimum, they're likely older than you. Yeah, I just think you don't like their attitude, and they're just a bit too intense and a bit too like, and I think you begin to really say your attitude. And it's actually not necessarily a bad thing per se, because I feel like this may come out not in the right way, but it's coming out to actually create a cascade of effects for you to move on. I just think that I'll pull some advice cards, but yeah, I think that you're just going to be saying things without thinking, based on your emotions. Something, I guess, has potentially unsettled you. Well, you just can't, this person is just like, it definitely has to do with some sort of a boss or something like that. Most of you, something to do with work. They're just too intense for you. Are they like power trip a little bit on you or something like that? Yeah, you can't handle that. I don't blame you, to be honest. All right, advice cards. And I'll do some advice cards to get the best case scenario, and then definitely stick around for destiny cards, all right? What does Pisces need to know for mid-July? Advice cards, please and thank you. This is needed to come to an end anyways. 100%, you've dealt with too much BS. This is a new start that you needed. And, you know, it's actually potentially caused a bit of pain and stress, and you need some time right now to rest. So if, you know, something like this has created, where, you know, you're just like, the devil I don't know is better than the devil that I do know. Like, you're just, you know what, screw it. Maybe this is a time where, you know, people really, really want jobs, but you're like, you know what? I don't really want this job, or I don't really want this relationship, or whatever it is. You're just not having it. I think it takes you to such a toxic place. Having conversations with this person just is not healthy. And I think that's why you're like, I'm off, goodbye. And you know what? This cycle of your life, this lesson is done. It's over. It's complete. Celebrate, okay? Celebrate that you have completed this and you're moving on to something much bigger and better. Make a wish upon a star. You also might want to check out your astrology for the month as well. But yeah, I mean, like, you've been through difficult times, but it's just going to allow the light within you to shine even brighter. And I think that that will get you noticed and get more attention, which will create more opportunities for you in the future. Yeah, because people are going to see you for who you are, which is an awesome person. And yeah, I mean, I feel like there might be a little bit of information that you have in your back pocket about this person, and you might just kind of be holding on to it. I would just continue to hold on to it. You don't want any more stress right now. Now is a time of healing, taking the important, necessary rest. There also might be a little bit piece of information that you don't know yet. You might think that you have the whole picture, but there is a bit of a blind spot. That information will come later, most likely. You just gotta rest and wait on it. Treat yourself like a queen. Self-love, self-care. Make sure you're looking good, feeling good, smelling good. You know, treat yourself like royalty, okay? Pick a number, 1. Oh yeah, and I feel like this is going to help you find balance within yourself as well, and learn a lot about relationships. Relationships will never be the same after this, ever. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. The first number that really sticks out to you, you are going to pick your destiny cards. Please do comment below how this reading has resonated with you so far. I really do love reading your comments, and I appreciate the nice ones. Yeah, but I am really, really curious. Is it work for most of you, or is this, you know, family or friends for some of you? Please do let me know. All right, 1, 2, or 3. If you picked one, honestly, it could be work or family, because this is security, which can come from a job, but also having a family. I feel like, you know, when it comes to how you make your finances, or just providing for your family, or being in a position where, you know, you make enough money, or you have enough of a skill to be able to provide for your family, just have that security, land, property, it's good. And you're able to do that partly because, and you're continuing to learn and produce. You might be upgrading your skills. You also might be mentoring other people, and that's going to happen really well because you've actually, you know, you've come over the hard part, or you will at least very soon, where you're going to be mentally really calm, and you'll be able to think clearly and logically and rationally. So you're headed in the right direction. I would say you're like 80% to where you want to be, not 100%, but 80% is pretty good. Your advice is the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles has an amazing work-life balance. She also makes sure that so this is as an advice card. So make sure you have a good work-life balance. You're not overdoing one or the other. Make sure that your home is comfortable, so you feel that it is your sanctuary. Make sure that you are getting outside enough in nature, exercising enough, work with your physical body, and eating healthy food. We need our basic we need all of our basic survival needs to be met first before we ever go beyond that. That's the minimum. So make sure you're meeting the minimum. If you pick 2, definitely have some healing. Yeah. So you are in the middle of healing, and, just continue on that path. You can talk, I wouldn't dwell on this, but you can talk to people that you trust that are really close to you, but honestly, you might just want to keep the conversation light right now. I mean, do whatever resonated with you, with what I said. But yeah, just enjoying life, kicking back. You've had really difficult, stressful times, so take the time to heal. You're really thinking about where you want to live your life, how you want to live your life. You're reprioritizing, what's important, how you want to make your money, how you want your day-to-day life to look, just even the little things. So I feel like you've restructured and reorganized many aspects of your life, which is good. Very good. We always need a bit of change here and there. Your advice is the High Priestess. So we are all connected to the divine goddess. Make sure that you are open to receiving the messages intuitively. So it's not about going out and action. It's about being open and receiving. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, okay? We both have that energy. And you want to listen to your dreams, pay attention to synchronicities. You might want to meditate or do whatever you need to do to clear your head, so you can be open to receiving these messages, and maybe writing a journal or a gratitude journal. Google that if you don't know what it is, okay? If you picked 3. Yeah, if you picked 3, you have security, you've got your family, you've got your work, you've got your income, or whatever it is. When I say security, whatever that is for you, okay? And I feel like you're thinking, what more do I want potentially? But you are overall really, really grounded. You're very practical. This is so interesting because, you're such a water sign, but I feel like you've become a lot more grounded and down to earth recently, and very practical. So well done. That's hard for Pisces to do. Your advice is to get either focus on work, something to do with focusing on teamwork. This could be within work or within your family, maybe having more of a cohesive team within the household. Also, it could be just getting different perspectives about family, money, security, where you see your future, where you want to live. You want to get lots of different perspectives, so that you have a synergistic idea of, what it is, because you don't know everything. No one knows everything. I mean, that's why people hire other people, okay, to get different perspectives, to get different skill sets. Talk to people where you know that they're good with money and finances. Don't talk to the people that aren't good with that, okay? You won't get good advice. But the people that talk to multiple people about it, okay? Get their advice, and then you'll have a more complete picture. You'll be able to make more well-rounded decisions about your life and where it's going. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. You can also follow me on social media. That's all on the description below. I do monthly and mid-monthly readings, so definitely make sure that you are subscribed. And if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. All right. 2 of Cups, the masculine and feminine is coming back within balance. There is going to be a positive partnership. However, this reading resonated with you in the future, whether it's romantic, friend, family, or business and work relationships. You're finding balance within yourself. You might want to talk to someone who complements you, who's very different from you, and you can both help one another out. This has to do with a karmic relationship. So whoever you're thinking of right now, you guys were meant to actually meet up. Have a good month. Bye!